Hey. Welcome to Unsolicited Advice. I am nobody who's somebody, Penelope.
And I am Kevin Johnson, here to give you just one man's opinion, which is mine. And we're about to get it cracking, man. We're here for another week. As you can see, part of our new segment is we do have a delicious dish right here, provided by Chef Pizzle for Shizzle. I just gave her that name right now.
Hey.
But before we get into this and, blessing the food and all that, we're going to go ahead and get to our verse. Then we're going to get into the food and the topic, all right? And today's verse comes from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. Keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. You know what I'm saying? So treat everybody right, because you never know who could be an angel in the midst of us. You know what I'm saying? Like me. So when P disrespect me, she be disrespecting the angel. All right, maybe not.
I have not disrespected you. Lies.
You're not a perfect angel.
Lies.
But go ahead, let the people know when we get into why I dive into this real quick.
Well, it's like a 7-layer salad. I mean, I probably threw some extra stuff in there, so. And to save on time or whatever, I didn't completely, cover every layer. But 9 times 10, and then I got 3 things that I put together to make the sauce. And then normally I wouldn't have the cheese on the top, but I forgot the cheese, so I just put it on top. But usually I put the dressing, combination of the dressing, just
right.
And so
make sure y'all tune in at the end of the episode to see all the P's hits when you going into the 7-layer salad. I'm gonna go ahead and get my dabble in on this first, real quick. Oh, you gotta stand up and get yours.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely take all that for sure.
But I'm hurting Jason. The experience. He's a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And today was leg day.
That's why we got this salad, because we on our healthy stuff right now.
I think Jason would say like the dressing probably.
Don't worry about what he's saying. We ain't worried about what Anyway, let me... So getting back to today's topic, we wanted to talk about is racism innate. There's been a couple of key things that we've talked about, recently in the news, which have come up, which has kind of shown an ugly side of what racism can do. Tragically, within the last couple of weeks, we've had a shooting down in Atlanta in which there were 8 fatalities. And I believe most of them were Asian descent. I think 6 out of 8 were.
Yeah, I think something like that or whatever. But that's just crazy. The suspect, happened to be white, 21. And it's just crazy that's what you decide for your 21st age of being legally to be armed. That's what you do. Like, I don't know what festered in you to get there, but hate is not being a decent human being. It's not cool.
And that's which is part of my problem. Like, I don't think hate is. I don't think it's innate, because when you see kids playing with each other, or kids even in the store, you'll see kids who will just say hi to you, regardless of what race you are, because that's what kids do. They just learn hi. It's just proper for them to say hi to people. So when you hear stuff like the growing hate towards Muslims during 9/11, or anybody who was of Arab descent, that is more of a learned pattern. It's unfortunate, because we did have some inflammation based on the presidency about calling Corona the China virus.
Yeah.
And because, this is just one man's opinion, because people can't tell the difference between different Asian Americans, whether Chinese or
Japanese, Korean, Filipino.
Then they, of course, get, blanketed as far as racism is concerned. And it's absolutely imperative that we stop hate on Asians. It is not their fault. As far as the coronavirus, it's a pandemic. Nobody could really control what nature does, Mother Nature does, any more you can control a thunderstorm or something like that, man.
So you focus on killing that, not a person, not a human being that had nothing to do with it. The only thing I might have like a little issue with is like I seen some flyers and stuff for solidarity. Of course, we're gonna get solidarity,
right?
But they got the fight the power fist, and I just feel like that correlates with our culture or whatever.
It's as he says, our symbol.
That
is there a black copyright? Is there a black?
I'm just saying, like we had Olympic people lose their medal because they decided to get on the platform that even though they want to do this, so. I don't know. I mean, hate period overall. But I mean, disgusting things, happen, all over the place, just like here, the Asians here, they cook our food and we cool with them, whatever, granted some people, mess things up, by stealing in the beauty supplies and stuff like that. And some of them, kind of prejudge or whatever because they're stressed out. But I can say stuff are different around other parts of the world. When I was in Hawaii, the Asians are real mean and nasty there. And I was actually getting into it with them, like, hey, this ain't even your island. You're not Hawaiian. Like, that's how I was shocked.
Right.
And my mother was like, you live in a predominantly black neighborhood and the Asians adapt or they are with us.
Right.
We see them every single day. They're our neighbors and stuff like that. So things do happen in different countries, but there is by no means acceptance of hate, violence, that you took it upon yourself to walk into an establishment and take somebody's life because of a rumor, because you pissed off. This is a virus.
Right.
So what, that's like talking about the flu and the cold and, all those
blame, bubonic, and you don't take out any race of people because the virus originated there. I mean, and that's supposedly. I mean, there's no telling if somebody didn't fly into China, then bring the virus there, and then it spread.
And plus, it's the actions of a person who happened to maybe be Asian or not. They could have been white, they could have been black, they could have been Puerto Rican, they could have been, the whole thing is we have diseases all over the place. Just like in Hawaii, you can't bring certain flowers and fruits. They inspect that stuff because a bug will decimate their crops and stuff like that or whatever. So you got some people who really protect their land. So like we can handle the bugs here, but we don't know how we will handle if we went down to Louisiana or we got our passport and went to Africa.
Right.
To see our motherland and people that we can get sick. Might be sick for like a whole month or so just to try to adapt to the new bugs, the new germs and stuff like that. So to isolate that and put that on one set of people, no, I don't think so.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about accepting people, man. I mean, it's kind of a shame that recently we had the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interview, and to find that racism, of course, is overseas across the pond. Yeah, I mean, I was told before that racism is an American concept, but now it's like we're being exposed that it's not just an American concept. And then if you think about it, where did these Americans come from? They came from Britain and that area, and they migrated over here. So it's not hard to see that racism can be something that was brought from UK, which is why they don't want, the first baby of color to be, why not put the first baby of color picture into Buckingham Palace, man? I don't know if they have all the royals there. But it's time for change, man. It's a new era. We have to understand that we are all here on this earth together, man. We have to coexist.
And why would you, and my thing is, like, why would you sit up there and talk about that now? And he's born and stuff. Obviously, you knew all this stuff. The fact that they were together, engaged, got married, at some point you knew you was going to have a grandchild. And the fact that they sit up here putting this stuff in the institution or the firm has done it and you're trapped into this box of a system or whatever. My thing is, if she's the queen, his grandmother, then make a change.
Yeah.
Granted, we cannot change the Constitution, but that's the reason why we have Congress and we have senators and all that stuff to have laws, be updated or whatever.
Yeah, the past is the past. I mean, we have the ability to make change for the future if it's for the better. And we should do that. As a people, we should strive to be better. And we should let brotherly love continue. So, I feel like I feel like that was a good point to end on. You know what I'm saying? Let brotherly love continue. Show love to the people who are around you. You know what I'm saying? Dark skin, light skin, British.
Yeah, we don't do it in our own. If it's not other people, then then it's, oh, you light skin, you dark skin, you got brown eyes, you got hazel eyes, you got long hair, you got curly hair, you got short hair, you got big booty, you got little booty, you ain't got no titties. Like, the list can go on, and it needs to stop cutting.
And that's just one man's opinion. I'm Kevin Johnson.
And I'm Nobody Who's Somebody, Penelope. See ya.